If you want to know how a painter could create such an ugly piece, I'd better listen up. But weirdly enough, the painter's brain CT results came back normal, which makes you wonder if he ate something funky. Turns out, since his paintings weren't selling, the painter decided to earn a living working for a pharmaceutical company. And it's been nearly 2 years. House suspects these drugs are causing the painter's issues, so he orders his team to do a dialysis to clear out the leftover substance. Weirdly, after dialysis, the painter's head swelled like a watermelon, causing breathing trouble and convulsions. Doctors had to intubate him urgently. His team quickly dismisses the poisoning diagnosis, but House thinks the painter might be on his last legs and orders his team to keep a close eye on him. Sure enough, the painter acts strangely and tries to attack the female doctor during the exam, only to be punched by her in self-defense. A sudden surge of hormones leads House to suspect the painter's brain again. Tests reveal a major artery connecting to his brain is exceptionally narrow. If his heart rhythm goes off, his brain won't get enough blood, triggering all those bizarre symptoms. To test this theory, the doctors insert 3 catheters into the painter's heart, and instead of problems, his heart rate skyrockets. Talk about a twist. The doctors have no choice but to jump in with a shock to stabilize him. At that moment, House notices something unusual. The painter's hair has turned a bizarre shade of red, indicating his condition is worsening. To make matters worse, the painter's BT receptor tissue is rejecting everything, so he's out of options for heart testing. House makes a crazy call to cut out the guy's cardiac sympathetic nerves, which means he could end up as a vegetable for the rest of his life. But before they even start surgery, the painter begins to act up again. In his eyes, the doctors look completely different. He even asks about the last doctor. The team realizes he's having hallucinations, so House sends someone to check out his past painting. Sure enough, they uncover a shocking secret. Every so often, he cranks out these horrifying pieces. And guess what? Each time, it happens right after he takes his meds, so his issues clearly link back to the drugs. But he's had dialysis, so why is this still happening? House suddenly has a light bulb moment. He rushes the painter into surgery, and guess what? They find something in his stomach that looks like a rock. Turns out, the meds he tried contained an antacid, which led to his stomach not producing enough acid, turning into a stone over time. Those meds piled up and released all at once, causing an overdose, then leading to hallucinations and heart rhythm issues. Now that the stone's out, the painter just needs a couple of days to bounce back. In other news, whenever a boy visits his girlfriend, her mom insists on a full inspection. She even checks personally. Even if he just sneezes, the mother-in-law insists he wears a mask. Talk about a relationship test. But one day, he impulsively takes off the mask and disaster strikes. He notices a red rash pop out on his girlfriend's arm, and before he can even ask what's going on, she's gasping for air. Realizing she's having another allergic reaction, she flips over and grabs the adrenaline prepared in the drawer. The boy barely has time to react as her strength fades away. He watches helplessly as it drops to the floor, frantically picks it up but has no clue how to use it at all. Glancing at the instructions covered in tiny print, he stands there, totally useless. Luckily, the mother-in-law swoops in just in time, snatches the medication, and injects the adrenaline into the girl. That helps a little, but they really need to get to the hospital fast. The doctors are baffled. Her room is cleaner than a hospital sterile ward. How on earth could she be allergic? At the critical moment, the boyfriend offers a lead. He confessed to sneaking into her room the day before the incident. House immediately presses him about what he's been taking, and when he mentions he used some weird stuff, House's eyes light up. Turns out, the girl's allergic to that substance, which means the boy transmitted it through some air, bodily fluids. Generally, that kind of thing clears up quickly, but when House orders her discharge, before he can finish, boom, she's having another episode. Not only is she gasping for air again, but the boy starts foaming at the mouth like a rabid dog. This isn't just allergies, it's heart failure. Doctors conduct a full evaluation, but everything looks normal. Just as they're scratching their heads, the girl starts exhibiting even more terrifying signs. Her legs start twitching uncontrollably. If they don't find out what's wrong, she's in serious trouble. The doctors have no choice but to run numerous tests on her, but none have any effect. Time is wasting away, and her condition rapidly deteriorates, leading to paralysis in her throat. She can't breathe. The doctors have to intervene to keep her alive, but it's merely a temporary solution. Soon, her lungs will be paralyzed too, so House thinks she's hiding something and decides to remove her ventilator. During questioning, they find out that what the boyfriend took wasn't the odd substance, but an antibiotic. House realizes this girl might not be allergic at all and discovers she lives near a field. He finds some clippers in her bag and starts checking her fur. Her suspecting she has some major skin issues. The no bugs show up, then suddenly alarms blare, and her heart rate plummets, forcing them to rush her to surgery. House slyly presses the emergency stop button to buy time for them to find those pesky bugs.